Okay, and welcome to another edition of Sports Talk. He's Marty Mad Dog Murphy. I'm Matt LaMadeline, and welcome to the show. We're looking a little tall today, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, though. That's good. I love our backdrop.
Oh, yeah, I do, too.
Thanks to Big Al Coles, of course, for the backdrop. And, that's got to be Mike. Yeah. We're missing Mike Albini, who that is not something that ever happens around here. And it just heard the door, so hopefully that is him, and everything's fine. All right, Marty, enjoy your week off last week?
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah. We're not here last Monday. If you did try to call or you tried to watch due to President's Day, but we're back and everything's good, Mike. All right, good job, cool. We're starting to get a little nervous there, worried about Mike. Yeah, but he gave us the big high five, so we're good. So I didn't do a whole lot either. I did watch the end of the Olympics the day before, and it's all right. We ended up with what did I say? I saw 25 medals.
Yeah.
8 golds, 10 silvers, and 7 bronze. And I think we're third or fourth behind Norway, who had 37.
Something like that.
Yeah. And I love the Winter Olympics.
Oh, yeah, and it was nice to see, especially, women's bobsled, they took gold and silver.
Yeah. And I saw it. Did the curling team get the bronze this year? Or did they miss? I think they missed.
I forget offhand.
Yeah. But lots of cool stuff. The men's hockey team played well. They didn't, get a medal, I don't think. But and then the women's hockey team lost to Canada for the silver medal. So just good stuff. Shaun White, we saw the last of him, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably.
Love that snowboarding and downhill skiing. And, like I said, even the figure skating. I don't watch a lot of it, but, man, these athletes are incredible.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to catch us doing stuff like that, unfortunately.
No. Especially at 60 years old.
Yeah, right. And you're not there yet.
Yes, I am.
Oh, you are there. That's right. It just passed.
Yes.
60 and a half.
Not quite a half yet.
Not quite a third. Hey, so Marty, I know Marty has been chomping at the bit about this, and we will certainly go to the Major League Baseball lockout, or whatever they're calling it right now. But let me just say, first of all, please give us a call if you're interested in calling. Scott was called in the last couple of weeks, or a couple of weeks ago. Would love to hear from you, Scott. Sorry, we had some phone difficulties. We weren't able to get to you, but if you are watching, we'd love to hear from you. All right, Marty.
Okay.
The lockout.
It is called a lockout because the owners decided when the contract was up on December 1st that they were locking the players out so they couldn't strike. And then they turned around and they decided not to talk to them all of December, all of January, most of December, most of February, and then turn around and said, if we don't have an agreement by the 28th, we will start canceling regular season games.
Which is today, if you're not,
and we will not make those games up, so you will lose those game checks.
Oh, okay.
Trying to pressure the players.
Yeah.
So it was nice to hear the players came back today and basically told the owners, why just cancel games? Just cancel the whole season.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm not picking sides. They're both wrong, but I'm glad to hear the players say it. And I'll tell you, if I was a ball player, I tell the owners right now, as long as the collective, as long as the competitive balance tax is on the table, we're not even talking about a contract, because that luxury tax, does not need to be in baseball, because for the one reason and one reason only, it's not the purpose of the competitive tax, the competitive balance tax. The whole pretense of that is teams that go over a set budget that they said this is the most you can pay for payroll, have to pay a tax which goes to the smaller market teams for them to pay their players, their better players, so they can keep their better players.
Right.
So you'd have a competitive balance on the field, so everybody basically has a chance to win.
Right.
What the smaller market teams do is they turn around and they say, well, here's the competitive balance tax. We'll invest this much into our minor league systems. We'll put this much in our pocket. We'll put nothing on the major league level, and we'll just do it all over again. And they'll just constantly pocket money. The money's not being used for what they said they wanted. It's supposed to be used for. So if they're not using it for competitive balance, then they don't need the money in the first place.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, Marty, and I've said it over and over and over again. It's too much money to be fighting about here. You know what? If the players and the owners can't come to some kind of agreement, I can live without baseball.
Yeah. The biggest thing.
I love the game,
yeah,
unfortunately.
the biggest thing that gets me about this fight, if you listen to it, and the owners are trying to make it, it's the high-priced players wanting more money.
Right.
That's not what it is. The high-priced players are fighting to get more money put down for the lower-end players. Okay. Like one of the things that the players are asking for is they want a $100 million bonus pool for those players from year 1 to year 4.
Yeah.
When basically all the owners can do is basically sign the contract, say you're playing for this, you don't get
right.
That's it. There's no
right,
talking or nothing. This is what you're playing for.
Right.
And what the money's supposed to be is however you perform, you get a chunk of that money on top of your pay, which now like I said, for the first 3-4 years, they're the ones getting squeezed, and what the owners are doing is they're holding them back years, so that they reach arbitration. Well, they reach free agency at an older age.
Right.
So now, and I hate to say, now they never get to cash in on that one big payday, because now what the owners are doing is they're saying basically after 30, we don't want to pay you anymore.
Well, the bottom line though is these 10-year, $300 million contracts and this, that. I know that they're few and far between. But you know what, Marty? This game is ridiculous with the money. It's ridiculous. My dad paid $55 for spring training tickets, and he'll get reimbursed, I'm sure.
Yeah.
$55 for spring training baseball?
Yeah,
in
like I said,
Florida.
And now you got to understand, this is showing you where, and everybody wants to blame the players. It's not the players.
Oh, I don't just blame the players. I blame them all.
What the owners are doing is they're constantly trying to squeeze the players.
Yeah.
And they're trying to squeeze the fans. And they're trying to get the fans to go after the players, because they're saying, hey, they're the ones that are forcing us to charge more money.
Right. Well, Marty, I haven't been to a game in a very long time, and I don't see it in the very near future, unfortunately.
I do minor league.
Yeah.
I do minor league.
Well, the thing is the minor leagues won't operate without
they will.
baseball, will they?
Yeah, they will.
Okay. Because I know April 8th is supposed to be yard goats.
Double A, all the minor league teams can play, because minor league players are not members of the union.
Oh, okay. Not until they're in AAA,
right? Only if they've, and that's only if they've had some service time in the majors.
Oh, that's right.
If they've had no service time in the major leagues at all, I guess, well, more or less, I think as long as you're not on the 40-man roster,
okay,
you're allowed to play in the minors.
All right. Well, you know what? All I can say is it's too bad that we can't turn on and watch a little Florida baseball, because it helps me in February very much. And in March, it helps even more.
But here's where the problem is. You have a commissioner of baseball now that does not care about the game.
Yeah.
He has no clue about baseball. He is a
high-priced lawyer.
He is a high-priced business finance lawyer.
Yeah.
Who does? I mean, come on. If he cared anything about the game of baseball, and was any kind of a baseball fan, he would have never said that the World Series trophy was just a hunk of metal.
No, I know.
I mean,
I agree
that's how much disrespect he has for the game. How he's still the commissioner of baseball shows you how stupid the owners are, that they want to have someone negotiating for him that's not in touch with the fans, not in touch with the players, and has nothing to do with what is best for the game of baseball.
Right. And listen, Marty, I think there's a lot been going wrong, and in the past few years, and nobody's looking out for the best interest of baseball. I don't think at this point. I really don't. And that's a real shame.
I mean,
and why? They're not bringing any kids to the games.
No.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, they're losing interest in the youth of today.
I was talking to my granddaughters about that. I remember I remember growing up as a kid. Our church and our
trips and-
and,
yeah,
and
yeah.
our and even our schools would get tickets from the Mets
Yeah.
or from the Yankees or the Red Sox, and we would do bus trips middle of the week during the school year, April.
Oh, yeah.
And April
I did a couple.
a Wednesday afternoon, 1:00 game, Yankee Stadium. We take a school bus out to the stadium. We go watch a game, and we come home.
Yeah. No, that's unheard of these days. Unheard of. And I mean, what does a ticket cost these days? It's not gonna. It costs way too much with the bus and all that stuff. Are you kidding me? Not happening,
Right.
unfortunately.
I mean-
They've outpriced the common.
Yeah, that's it. And that's what it's going to take. It's going to take unfortunately, it's going to take the Joe Low
Yeah.
that they've alienated
Right.
to finally say, you know what? Let them sell all their high price seats that nobody uses.
Right. It's true.
And
That's very true.
if we don't buy any of their other seats and we just don't come to the games for a couple, do that for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Do that for a month. Just leave them playing with the few fans that come in for the high price seats that basically are owned by corporations anyways.
Right.
Let them sit there and watch the game with no other fans in the stadium. Watch how fast the owners start thinking about maybe we better start giving something back to the fans because that's the problem.
Right. It is a problem. And Marty, we can talk about this just continually because we're both baseball fans. We love the game. I am just so disenfranchised by the whole thing, all of it.
And the problem is the owners have lost touch with the fans, and they don't understand that baseball's not football. You can't just keep spitting on the fans and expect them to come back.
Right. I don't know, Marty. We will certainly talk about it, in the upcoming weeks for sure, and we may have a long summer without baseball. I will miss it, no matter what I say. So hopefully they will get this thing wrapped up, and we don't need an April 1st start anyway.
No, I honestly, and teams like the Cubs, the White Sox, the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Mets, the Pirates. April, May, even the beginning of June, it's pretty cold at night.
Yeah.
Especially during the week. And the kids are still in school.
Right.
They don't want to waste. They don't want to waste the money going to the game.
No, it's so true. It's so true.
So to someone like the Yankees, I'm sorry, because Hal Steinbrenner would never say it, but let us start June 1st.
Yeah. I'd like that too, to be honest with you. Not June 1st, but May 1st. I'd be okay with that. I'd be totally fine with that.
But here's where it comes down to: how do you figure out how to pay the contracts that have been signed already?
Well, again, we don't need to worry about the
but
money.
what I'm saying, to turn around and say, you know what? Let's scale baseball back to what it used to be, 154 games.
Not going to happen, but it would be nice to see that.
Well, you're talking about expanding the playoffs where it's not a play-in game anymore.
Right.
It's the best out of 5 or best out of 3.
Right. Who do we got over there? Oh, looks like Mark. My brother Mark's calling, so let's try to get him on. Mark, you there? Oh. Mark, you there? Oh, Mark, you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm
What's
here.
going on? How you doing? Oh, you got to turn the TV down.
It's not me.
Oh, it's not you? Okay, maybe it's our phone. So sorry. What's going on, bro?
I'm just getting back from dropping Sam off at lifting, so
Okay,
I'm not
cool.
really sure where the conversation is at, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the Huskies.
Yeah, we have not gotten to the Huskies yet, so perfect. All we've been doing is beating up the baseball lockout. So, let's go right to the Huskies.
Yeah, let's go to the
I agree.
Huskies. Yes, I agree.
And the lockout is a shame. I don't even know what to say at this point. I don't know. I think they're all a bunch of greedy crumbs.
yeah. We'll just leave it at that. How's that? Let's talk about more exciting things. The UConn Huskies right now.
Maybe one of the best games I saw last Wednesday. geez, that Villanova game was,
Oh my goodness.
Down to the end. I'm wondering, what do you guys think? Is this a Sweet 16 team? Maybe better?
You know, I'll tell you what, Mark. They've won 5 in a row now with 2 winnable games to finish the season. We don't want to say their wins just yet, but they're 21-7. After that Nova win, boy, I'll tell you what, they are.
I'll say
ahead.
if they're a 9-10 seed in the Big Dance, I could see them possibly making a Sweet 16.
Yeah.
If they're a 14, 15, or 15 seed, having to play the big boys first, just don't know.
Oh, Marty, I'm hearing this as high as a 4 seed.
Wow,
Yeah.
no kidding. Now,
Wow.
I'll tell you
They're
what.
not going to be anything less than a 6.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, bro. I think that, you know what, they win these last 2 games. They'll be 7 in a row. They make some noise in the Big East tournament, even if they don't win it. And then I agree with you, Mark. I'd say no less than a 5 or 6 for sure.
Well, if they're that high up, I'd be looking at Elite 8.
Yeah.
If they're a 6 seed, I'd be looking at Elite 8.
Yeah. Mark, you know what? I'm so excited at the way they've been playing lately. You know, we've talked about it, Marty, me, you, the dad has called about it. They have been so up and down this year. But to see them finish that game off against Nova on Wednesday was just incredible. You and I were talking about it, I think, and I just figured, I thought for sure they were going to lose that game by a point or 2. Because Marty and I were talking about it. They were down by 4 with like 30 seconds left. Is that right, Mark?
I don't remember all the specifics. All I know is that they pulled it out at the final final seconds there.
I know they hit a 3 to win.
Down by as much as 4. They could have been, sure.
Yeah. I know that there was a 3 at the the very closing moments there that definitely put them on top. But I mean, the court storm, all that. I mean, we're talking. There hasn't been this much excitement at the Hartford Civic Center probably since the national championship days. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Which was
I mean, 2016 they had a good team. They made the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a very solid record that year. I don't think they went very deep in the tournament, but that was a good team.
Yes.
So I'm going to say since 2016, this is the best team that they've had, and I think people are. Yeah, they're very excited for this team.
Wow. And I'm sure you know, Marty, but Mark's son Jack is up at Stores these days.
Oh, okay.
So he's got to be loving life up there, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, I was at the Seton Hall game, picked them up for dinner, and we went to that game. They were very solid that game.
Yeah, that was one of the first. That was the first win of this run, I think, right?
Oh no, I think they had a couple before that, but
okay.
In fact, I think the first one was that Marquette game.
Yes,
we were at with Cousins, Johnny, and Nick.
That's right. We did go to the Marquette game at the beginning of February. So no, they had a very good February. There's no doubt about it.
And that was another solid performance.
Yes, that was a nice win at and the crowd was great too. It wasn't sold out, but the crowd was definitely great for that one.
Yeah, I've noticed it'll be interesting to see what the DePaul game is this Saturday, but I have a feeling that Campbell's going to be rocking because I think people are very excited.
Now is that last game senior night too?
I would imagine, yeah, Mark.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? Isn't the last home game no matter
it's usually the last home game of the year,
Yeah.
And they have Creighton in between, who's no pushover. That's a good team.
Right, and they lost to Creighton last time, I believe.
That could be a team that's like a 10, 9, 8 seed in the tournament.
Yeah, and like I said, I believe they lost to Creighton last time, if I remember correctly, too.
They did.
Yeah. And that Nova game was unbelievable because they got whipped the first time by Villanova. I do remember that.
And the game they lost to Creighton was in Connecticut, so this time they have to go out to Nebraska.
Is that where Creighton is? I was just going to ask you. It is Nebraska, huh?
Yeah.
It's amazing how these teams from the Big East are all over the place now, but what a great basketball conference, huh?
Yes.
I mean, unfortunately, though, how about talking about a former great Big East team, Georgetown has lost 18 in a row now, with UConn beating them yesterday, and I believe they're 0-17 in the Big East. Yeah. Mark, did you watch the game at all?
They were talking, the announcers, and it kind of surprised me a little bit because, this is ultra competitive basketball when you're at the Big East and you're playing that level. of basketball, and had it been any other coach but Patrick Ewing,
Yeah.
I think that they'd be, calling for his head.
You're right.
But they were saying how, he's a great coach and
Yeah.
kids play hard for him. And frankly, you can't lose 17 games in a row.
No,
I think they're being very generous to Patrick.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it was crazy to see Patrick Ewing on the sideline because I completely forgot that he was the Georgetown coach.
I didn't know he was coaching at Georgetown.
Yeah.
I thought it was still Robert Thompson Jr.
Yes, yes.
And that's been a while. Actually, they named the arena after him, Marty.
Oh, they did? Okay, okay.
They did, yeah.
Yeah. John Thompson.
John
Thompson, right, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy because Patrick Ewing, I mean, I was like, wow, I mean, what a great basketball career that guy had. And now he's been a coach for the past few seasons. I mean, I agree with you, though, Mark. The team's not winning. The coach usually needs to go.
Yep.
Particularly a streak like that. You go into a bad funk, but 17 in a row.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
Ouch.
And this team is just done. I think they won 6 games all year, something like that. So it's been a very tough year.
And they haven't won a single game in the Big East.
Yeah, crazy.
It's a bad year.
Very bad year.
Well, they did have a nice run at the end last year because they weren't going to make the tournament, but they ended up winning the Big East. It was last year or the year before.
Yes, that's right, because they were talking about that yesterday too, right? They made a great run for. They must have won the Big East tournament, right? Is that what it was?
They did.
Yeah.
And that was really the only way they were going to make the.
Yeah. So they got the automatic bid.
NCAA tournament.
Yeah. Well, Mark, let's hope. You know what I mean. Two more Big East wins would be very, very nice. The Big East tournament tips off next Wednesday at Madison Square Garden, a week from this Wednesday, obviously. So hopefully UConn's going to get a nice seed and do very well in the Big East tournament. That'd be great.
Yeah. Hey, Marty, I know you pay. I believe you pay pretty close attention to the ladies. What do you think of this? They're making a run here now too, huh?
Yep. And Paige came back, and she should be ready for the tournament. So that'll give them a shot.
That's huge. That is huge because you know what? I mean, I don't know how many minutes she'll be able to play initially, but
Well, I was surprised she played 15 the last game of the season. So
yeah, Mark, and I don't know if you know this, but yesterday was the women's last game.
Senior. It was their senior day.
Yes, and the Big East ladies tournament starts at the Mohegan Sun on Friday. So the women are officially done. They have the week off, and then I don't know about the seedings, but they obviously won the Big East regular season at 16-1.
yeah, but I don't know if I know everybody's. I know that all the teams are invited now to the tournament, so I don't know if anybody got a bye or not. But
Okay. But Mohegan Sun, if anybody's interested, Mohegan Sun starting Friday all the way to the following Monday. So next week will be when we are on the air. Will be the championship game.
yeah.
And also.
And I think that'll be a nice warm up for the NCAA tournament for them. And obviously they need to kind of start playing as a team again now too with Paige back.
Yeah. And Mark, the UConn women actually have 5 losses this year. Oh my God, what a horrible year. But they are number 7 in the nation. So.
Yeah,
Well, I think I was saying the same thing about the men though, and that is I think COVID-19 and all of these breaks in play. And then, obviously them losing some key players and the men losing some key players too. This is the time to be gelling. And I think both these teams are gelling and just in time for the tournament.
Yeah, what was it? Marty was saying something in the past couple of months. Something about teams. My teams will be ready. Is that what Gino said? Or something?
Gino always said, don't talk to me till February. See how my team plays in February, and then I'll tell you if I got a championship team or not.
Yeah.
He says the rest of the season don't matter for nothing.
Yeah.
Nope.
And let's face it, the women are still 23-5. I'm kidding when I say, oh my God, what a bad season. 23-5, number 7 in the nation. So they can certainly still make a run.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think in ordinary years there's certainly some games in there they never would have lost.
Right.
But there was a lot of circumstances that led to that this year.
Yeah, and losing Paige was huge.
Yeah, and then you had two players transfer out during the basketball
Oh, I didn't know
season.
that. Okay, yeah. 2 starters?
One was a starter.
Yeah.
And one was one of the key players off the bench.
Okay. Yeah, that's huge. You're losing two big players like that. I mean, that'll.
And then I guess the only way to replace them is by walk-ons because it's during the season.
Right. How about Fudd? How's she doing? Elmer Fudd's daughter, Mark. Did you know is playing on the team?
I did not know that.
No. What's her name? Azir.
Azir, I think.
Azir Fudd. We were just kidding. We were saying Elmer.
Oh, okay, I thought you were like the voice for Elmer Fudd.
Nah, no. Azir Fudd. She stepped up nice when Paige was out. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully both UConn men and women will find a way to just roll right through and, well, not roll right through, but play well. And hopefully that would be something if they can get a great run, to the Final Four, the Elite Eight, whichever,
Well, let's
Well,
see.
guys, it's one of my favorite times of the year. Love this tournament. Don't think there's a better event in sports, and I think I'll sign off and let you guys finish up the night.
Absolutely, bro. Thank you so much for calling, as always. Tell the whole gang we
guys,
said hello.
keep up the great work.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, no, it's so true, though. I mean, I love March Madness.
Oh, yeah?
And tomorrow is March 1st. Thank the Lord above. February is over. You know what, Marty? And here's the thing. As I get older, and yes, I'm looking older, look at my gray hair, my glasses, I can't stand the winter anymore. And I used to do things, though, I used to ski a little bit. Not snowboard, but ice skate. You used to do stuff, too. I don't do any of that anymore.
I still went out sliding with the kids a little bit.
Good for you. Good for you. I haven't sledded or slided or is it slided?
Sliding.
I haven't gone sliding in a very long time. Oh, we have 1 minute. Wow. So Mark, thanks so much for the phone call. Marty, Kyle Larson won his first race of the year yesterday in NASCAR, and in California.
Yeah.
Joey came in 5th.
Okay. Who won the Daytona?
The Daytona 500 was won by, oh my God, a rookie. I can't think of his
We
name.
weren't here for that.
Number 2, oh man, I can't think of his name. Oh boy, rookie though. Great race, great finish. Can't think of his name. You're right though. We weren't even here. I should have said that first.
Right, because the last I heard, because I heard it on the radio.
Yeah.
The last I heard, it was like I think they said like 35 laps left, and Bubba Watson was leading at the time.
Came in second. Yeah, came in second. All right, you know what? I will have that in the next show. I can't believe I forgot. Thanks. Hey, thanks for everybody that's watching out there. And Mark, thanks for calling in. We are done. So enjoy your sports, and we'll see you next week.